Good morning. Welcome to Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. My name is Nicole Traum, and we are this week working on finding ways to surrender. So we're going to continue with that theme. We're going to continue with finding those ways to allow ourselves to be in our bodies and in our own situations without being consumed by fear, without being consumed by having to do anything else. And that's a really hard task to achieve. I think a lot of times we get so focused on whatever it is that we're in the midst of that we can't even see past it. And that's where the surrender really comes in, when we can allow ourselves to soften, even just for a few moments, so that we can start to move through and eventually through and past whatever it is that we're working on. So as we move today, I want you to think about being very intentional. And intentional means letting yourself be in the moment, letting yourself feel and face the things that you've got going on. So I know for me, when I get up in the morning and I do my meditation, a lot of times it takes me about 10 minutes just to start to kind of sort through whatever it is that I woke up with in my mind, or whatever it is that I'm working on. So take these first few minutes and just let yourself think about whatever it is that comes up. So you can close your eyes. You can sit up nice and tall and give yourself these first few moments to just feel whatever it is that you're feeling. Maybe you woke up this morning with a little anxiety. I've talked to a lot of people lately that are feeling this stress, this anxiety that's coming with choosing school situations, continuing forward with your job, just, dealing with friends and family that are sick, or maybe not being able to see your family. All of these things are important, right? We can't just ignore them. So as you turn within and they start to come up, you don't have to be like, get out of here. Acknowledge them. Let yourself just start to notice them and see how they make you feel. Maybe they make you feel sad or heavy. Maybe they make you feel like you want to take action. But we allow ourselves these first few moments here to just feel and listen and be with what comes up. So as you breathe, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, empty it out, letting yourself face whatever it is that comes up. Letting yourself feel any emotions that are tied to it. And on that same note, letting yourself feel any physical sensations that are tied to these thoughts. A lot of times when we have these anxious thoughts, we have anxious feeling in our body. It manifests in tightness, in sore muscles. It manifests in tiredness. Lots of different ways that it can show up. So let yourself just notice those things in your body, in your breath, in your current situation. And then with your next exhale, just see if you can let everything relax a little more. Letting out an audible sigh. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. One more like that. Good, and then let's start to move a little bit more. So let's inhale those arms up, reaching up and overhead, and exhale as you bring your arms back down. Inhaling, stretching tall. Exhaling as you lower. Filling up with breath. And then emptying it back out. Letting yourself just start to connect with your body. Connect with all the sensations that you're feeling, even if they don't feel spectacular. That's it. Let's do two more like this, and then we're going to add on to our movement. So inhaling as you sit tall, lengthening the arms. Exhaling, bringing the arms back down. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Now this next time as you inhale, you're going to bring your arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, just start to twist over to your right, holding onto the right side of the chair. Take a breath or two here, just twisting slowly towards your right shoulder. Every inhale sitting up taller, every exhale twisting a little deeper. And then we'll inhale right back up through center and exhale over to your left. Let the shoulders come away from your ears. As you inhale, sit a little taller. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. And then we'll inhale back up through center, exhale over to your right. So just feeling yourself breathing, slowly twisting here. Good. Inhale, reaching tall, and then exhaling over to the left. Shoulders away from the ears. Good. Letting yourself feel all these things. Good. And then inhale, reaching tall. Exhale and twist. So as we move with intention, it allows us to be in the moment, to feel how we are in our bodies and in our breath. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale and twist to your left. Good. And this next time as you come back up through center, just reach up nice and tall. And we'll exhale and hinge forward. So just stretching into the back body now. Inhaling as you sit up and exhale as you bow. When you let yourself be more intentional with your movement, you start to feel what's going on. For the most part, and this is speaking from experience from myself here, there's so many times during the day that I, do things without even thinking, right? Without intention, you're just moving through the motions. It's really easy right now to feel that, to just be going through the motions, getting through copy and paste, right? Copy and paste each day. So as we allow ourselves to be more intentional, we slow things down, we feel, and we start to process. And that's a form of surrender. Good. This time as you come up, as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands in front of your heart and then press the palms together. And as you press the palms together, press down to your feet and we'll inhale to the right and exhale to the left. With my palms pressing together, I can feel my shoulders on my back. I can feel that movement. That's it. Moving side to side, feeling those shoulders just slowly moving onto your back. Good. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Just feeling that movement into your back body. Perfect. Let's do one more time to each side, right and left, and then coming on out and rolling your shoulders onto your back. So feeling that movement all the way up through the upper back and the shoulders. Go ahead and then take your right arm up. Reach that arm up and bring your hand back behind you. So maybe behind your head or behind your shoulders. And then bring your left hand to your right elbow and just start to press your hand into your elbow back into your hand. So just feeling that stretch. Good. Leaning up and over to your left, just feeling that lengthening. Let's take another 2 breaths here. Perfect. Come on out and stretch your arms out as you move your head side to side. Intentional with the movement, with that feeling in your body. Good. And then left arm's going to come up and back behind you. See if you can bring your right hand to your left elbow. Press your hand into your elbow and your elbow back into your hand. Just feel that stretch. And then you can lean up and over to the right. Letting yourself breathe, leaning your head back a little. That's it. Perfect. And then coming back in, stretching the arms out, turning your head side to side. That's it. Good. As you come back now, just make some circles with your body. So moving around in your chair, working those circles, feeling your low back start to stretch. That's it. Feel your belly pulling in to support you. And then you can change your direction and just let yourself start to come more into your body, feeling what it's like right here, right now. That's it. And we'll come all the way up now to standing. So as you come on up to standing, we're going to come and you can press your chair off to the side. I'm actually going to push my chair this way. You can use the back of your chair. All right. So using the tap back of the chair, just start to stretch yourself back here and start to lengthen. We're going to step our legs out wide today. So step your feet out wide so you're a little bit wider than your hips here and just start to reach back. You can move your hips back side to side, feeling that nice big stretch here, lengthening through the back of the legs. Good. And then if you want, you can take your right hand down and just start to look out underneath your left arm, just feeling that stretch. That's it. Let's take another 2 breaths here. Inhaling as you lengthen, exhaling as you twist. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then we'll do the same thing. You're going to bring your right hand up, bring your left hand down. You can look out underneath your right arm, just stretching here and reaching those hips back. A little twist. Good. Take another deep breath. And then we'll come back through center. And from here, just start to move your hips again, side to side, reaching those hips back, stretching nice and long. Perfect. Coming in now, walking in, we're going to come into our forward bend. So you can bring your hands to your knees for this one. We'll start to bend the knees and then lift the hips. So just feeling that stretch all the way up through the back of the legs, into your hips. Good. One more time here. Bending and straightening, and then inhale as you look forward. Keep your hands on your knees. Exhale and bow. Feeling that nice stretching. Inhale. And exhale. And as you bow in, you allow yourself to go with that flow a little more, to turn within. Yesterday we talked about being a little watery, right? Letting yourself be flowy. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And then this next time as you come forward, you can stay leaning forward. And if you want, you can even grab onto your elbows or you can hold onto your chair as you bow your head forward and just rock side to side. Letting that back body stretch. Is a pretty big stretch to the back of the hamstrings, the back of the legs. So give yourself a little bend. And then we'll roll ourselves on up nice and slow, coming back to our seat. So as you come back to your chair, just let yourself start to settle now, feeling your body starting to release, feeling yourself being held in your seat, in your chair. So letting yourself come back to that breath now. Inhale and exhale. And start to notice how things start to shift. When we start to allow ourselves to be in the moment, to be more intentional, to really show up, it's a form of surrender because it allows us to actually deal with what we've got, who we are right now. So as you turn within, you're going to notice the thoughts that come up. Maybe they're a little different from when we started. Letting yourself be part of the practice, in the moment, surrendering to the now. And see how that shifts things for you. Maybe it starts to shift so that you can breathe a little deeper. Maybe it starts to shift so that your body can soften a little bit more. Maybe you even start to notice that your mind is a little bit more focused, right? Maybe it's not just like all over like this, bouncing. And if it is, that's okay too, right? We allow ourselves to have what we have going on. But just taking a few moments now to turn within, to feel that connection to our body and our breath and even to our thoughts, whatever they might be. And as the different worries, as the different anxieties come up, I want you to acknowledge them. So whether your anxieties are about work or about sending your children back to school or about your family or whatever it is that comes up for you, know that in this moment, you are not alone. A really beautiful practice is to remember that we're not alone in our suffering. I think of this very often when I feel overwhelmed. I think, okay, I'm not alone in this. So as I move through this, I'm going to send love out to someone else that's experiencing this pain with me. So right now I'm sending out love to all the parents that are struggling with what to do, with all the people missing their families, with all the people stressing about work, stressing about money, whatever it is, right? I'm thinking of those people because I know that there's more suffering around me. And I can take that heaviness and I can send it out. It's a practice of love. It's a practice of compassion. It's also a practice of acceptance of what we have. And whenever I do this practice, it allows me to soften. It takes some of that tension out of my physical body, out of my mind. So as you feel overwhelmed, take that feeling of overwhelm and think about all the other people that are experiencing that right now. Maybe they're close to you, maybe they're all the way on the other side of the planet. But we send out that love, we send out that support, and in turn we send it back to ourselves. Let's take another deep breath here. And then just bring your hands back in front of your heart and just take a few moments to let yourself receive. Feel your shoulders softening, your jaw releasing. Allow your hips to soften down. We allow ourselves to surrender to the moment, to our own situations, to our own emotions, so that we can move through them and forward with them. So for your courageousness today, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Nicole Traum with Lee Health's Healthcare Hero Self Care Moment. I will see you tomorrow for our Friday edition. We'll be back at 6:40 a.m. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, everyone.